with y'all, man? Thank you for tuning in to AG Speaks. If you're new to the channel, welcome to the channel. If you're a returning member to the channel, I appreciate you coming back, man. Y'all help the channel out a lot. Big shout out to everybody who watched the channel at all, period, in general. You know what I'm saying? You could have been watching anybody else, but right now you're watching me, so I appreciate y'all. On this video, I want to talk to y'all about the importance and the potential benefit to leaving your hometown and expanding farther past what you're used to, farther past your childhood, farther past your past. You know what I'm saying? I feel like a lot of people, when they come down to certain things in life, they get really fearful, they get really scared, and they talk themselves out of really good ideas. And I feel like a really good idea that a lot of people have, depending on where you're from and what your situation is to move away from your hometown. A lot of people definitely should expand their horizons and move away from their hometown. Just in my opinion, I've done it before twice, and I know the benefits of it. I've literally walked the path and experienced it. And what I will say is this: I feel like once you move out of town and once you move away from everybody that you're used to, you move away from all the places that you're used to, you move away from the overall environment that you're used to, it forces you to start thinking in a different type of way. You know, when you wake up every day and you walk outside, I don't know if you know, but your cells react to different environments. That's why if you go somewhere and it's real eerie, like, or if it has you feeling a certain type of way, your hairs on your arm will literally stand up. You know what I'm saying? Like, your body literally reacts to your environment. All the cells in your body react to the environment that you're in. So if you wake up in a familiar environment every single day, your mind and your body doesn't naturally come to conclusion that you need to make changes or come to conclusion that you need to benefit yourself in a better way than you have before. You know what I'm saying? I feel like once you move away from your hometown, you lose a lot of, how can I put it? You lose a lot of normal thoughts that you have, because now when you walk outside and go to the grocery store, you ain't got to worry about maybe running into somebody. Just dealing with the same things every single day in general. You could drive down the street and see something new when you move away from your hometown. You could drive down the street and see something you ain't never seen before. You could meet people that you never thought you would meet. Some of the nicest people in the world be from outside of your hometown. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like too, when you in your hometown, you like get brainwashed into thinking the whole world is the way your hometown is, and that's just not the case. And it'll cripple you as far as your ideas go in your mind to do bigger and better things. Staying in the same place forever is definitely like, it's not a, I would say, like, staying in the same place forever is definitely limiting your potential in life. Like, when I speak for myself, when I moved away from my hometown for the first time, I moved to Baltimore. And it wasn't a lot of opportunity there as far as what I was trying to do, but at the same time, it gave me a different perspective on life. When I lived on the street I lived on in Baltimore, it showed me that so many different groups of people can coexist and live on the same streets. Like, I never seen that before. Where I'm from, Cleveland, Ohio, it's kind of more segregated. You know what I'm saying? It's not to say that I don't see different races talking to each other and stuff like that sometimes, because I do, but I don't just see them just coexisting and living literally on a day-to-day basis, like, mixed in the way I saw it in Baltimore. Like, when I was in Baltimore, I seen every race of people on the same street, conversing, talking, coexisting, being happy together. Like, literally, I seen every group of people, like, together. And it's one thing to hear me say it, but to see it, for me at the time, I never seen nothing like that. And it opened my mind up to how the world really is and how the world could really potentially be in the future. Like, people really are coexisting out here. People are really living together out here. And when I say living together, I just mean like being on the same streets. You walk outside, talk to your neighbor Hispanic. Then you look over to the left, you talk to your neighbor white. Then you look across the street, you talk to your neighbor is Dominican. And then you look over here, and then you know what I'm saying? Like, it's like all these different people that I never thought I would see just together like this. I seen it firsthand. Like, I literally lived through it. You know what I'm saying? And if I would have never left Cleveland, I might have went my whole life thinking like, oh, every place is like Cleveland. Because I catch a lot of people where I'm from, they talk about the world, like the world so this, the world is so that, the world is messed up, the world got this problem and that problem. You leave Cleveland, the problem only there. You know what I'm saying? The problem is only in the city. So it's like, you got to understand, like, you really limiting yourself if you don't go somewhere else. And I'm not going to say you have to move, but I mean, if you feel like you've been in the same place forever, you feel like you can't find a way to come up on nothing, you ain't finding no opportunities, you feel like your life is at a standstill, you being very stagnant, you feel like you need a change, you getting sick of seeing the same things every day, move away from your hometown, man. I understand you got friends, you got family that you gonna miss. It's scary, I get it. But the scariest things in life, if you're willing to do it, sometimes on the other end of that, it's everything you ever wanted. All your dreams and goals and desires is on the other side of that fear that you placed upon yourself. And if you can really get away from that fear and really start doing things to benefit yourself rather than looking at it from a standpoint of fear and frustration and scaredness and scarcity, if you can get out of that mindset, you can really become somebody. And moving away could come with a lot of different opportunities. There's different places that will show you different things. Like if you want to go to Atlanta or Miami or California, Arizona, Las Vegas, there's a lot of places with big markets where you could really go find some business out there, find something for yourself in New York. It's a lot of places that you could really go and help your career out if you want to do certain things. Now, if you living in a small town like I am, like Cleveland, Ohio, you could still be somebody because there's people who are doing like good things out here, but it's not as many opportunities as you're gonna see. Like I said, in some of those bigger markets where it's more popular people in those markets. You know what I'm saying? You might walk outside and see somebody that you done seen on TV 30,000 times, and then you get to finally speak to them and ask them for advice, or maybe they let you do some type of internship, or it could be anything. People find all types of ways to make it out here. But if you don't put yourself in the best position possible to actually have opportunities, it can be harder for you than the next person, is all I'm saying. Like, for example, Charlamagne the Guy, he does The Breakfast Club. I'm pretty sure y'all know who he is or heard of him at least. Charlamagne the Guy, he's a very big personality as far as like the radio and stuff like that. He been on podcasts, like he wrote books, like very successful guy. And he was talking about the power of like the power of the internship he had with Wendy Williams and how he wasn't getting paid at all. And he said he didn't even worry about a paycheck because he knew the opportunity would be so great that it could pay him for the rest of his life. And that opportunity, I don't know if I would say it paid him for the rest of his life because he's done so many other things, but that definitely got his foot in the door, I feel like, to actually do something and to be somebody. So I feel like the same opportunity could present itself for somebody who's staying in a hometown, who's staying in a small town that want to move to a bigger city. It's like that opportunity might come to you a little bit quicker. Like, for example, let's say if you're a vlogger or you like to do YouTube videos, or you do YouTube, you do content, you do entertainment and stuff like that. Like, if you staying in a small town where don't no celebrities go through, it might take you a little bit longer than the person that literally lives in Miami, goes to Rolling Loud, you know what I'm saying, runs into celebrities every day, gets all type of interviews out of celebrities, stuff like that. Like, you could really come across more opportunities in certain places if you do certain things. Like I said, as a content creator, if you wanted to blow up and be somebody online and have an online presence, you'll have a way easier time in a bigger market city. You'll have a way easier time in some of these other cities that actually have celebrities walking through, that actually have people that can help your channel walking through the city. You know what I'm saying? Like, that'll help you out a lot. And, I feel like people be so scared to move, but they don't really see, like, what it really could do for you. Like, it'll change your mind around. It'll have you thinking differently. It'll change the way you are, even from a personal growth standpoint. It'll have you feeling like you want to be better, like be a better version of yourself. You don't have a lot of outside noise that you'll have at home. You wake up in the morning, you still staying in your hometown. You wake up in the morning, people calling you about BS. People want to talk about him and her, this and that. People trying to drag you out the house to do something that don't even matter. People trying to waste all your time. By the time you get back home, it's 10 o'clock at night, 11 o'clock at night. Unless y'all went out, now it's 3 o'clock in the morning. Y'all ain't did nothing productive. You just in your hometown. You feel like you had to go you feel like you had to go kick it with them just because y'all grew up together, and you don't want them to say that you acting weird or nothing like that. So you do what you feel like you gotta do. And I just feel like that's an endless cycle of failure. You're not gonna be nobody living like that. You know what I'm saying? I just feel like your hometown definitely push all your distractions right in front of your face when you trying to do the right thing. And when you leave, a lot of those distractions disappear. So it's just something to think about, man. It's something for y'all to take in and consider. You know what I'm saying? If you've been thinking about this for a while, I hope this video gave you the push that you needed to go ahead and do it. If you've been thinking about it for a while, you probably should do it. And I appreciate everybody watching me right now. I hope everybody got some type of value out of this. You know what I'm saying? If you have any questions or anything like that, you can comment down below. Got anything to say at all, you can comment down below. Got any ideas, suggestions you want me to talk about, you can comment down below. And I appreciate y'all for watching. Thank y'all. I'm out.